Everybody, how you doing today out there in Randomania land? We are here with another awesome race in the Pentaforce, the Zelda 1 Randomizer Pentaforce tournament. Here with Ategenos versus CaptainGreen7. My name is OPTlawyer. Joining me commentary today, the one, the only, Dark Falls, who just came off of his recent victory. Well, you go, sir. How are you feeling tonight?
I am still coming down off my match, but we are not here about me. We're here about Ategenos and CaptainGreen7.
Absolutely we are. This is an awesome 3-0 matchup in this tournament. I'm excited for this.
Oh. And we're off, and it looks like we have a armor start, and we have an early red candle. That is fantastic.
Fantastic indeed. That red candle is going to allow them a lot of, not only is it going to allow them a lot of exploration, but it's going to allow them to just start actually like killing enemies from go. That's pretty cool. I have no idea what Ategenos' sprite is.
It's a Dark Knight.
Oh, okay. The color palette is throwing me off.
Not a Dark Knight. So it's
Dark Knight, you're right.
It's a custom one. So.
Oh, Dark Knight. Okay, Dark Knight from what? Just a Dark Knight?
I think so.
Nice. Anyway, so we found level 7 already. Well, that's a thing.
Hopefully there's a early Triforce early item, but we'll have to come back there in a little bit once we get a weapon. We do have some bombs, so we want to save those.
That or we may never come back there at all, to be quite honest. We found level 4! Okay,
so this is a quick start.
Absolutely. All the raise. Oh well, 4's got a ladder block there, but is that the only way we can go? That might be the only way we can go.
But more importantly, 4 also has everybody's favorite enemy, the Wizrobe.
Yeah, Uncle Wizzy's in level 4, and well, we tried the pirouette, didn't work, so Captain Green's gonna leave. Meanwhile, Ategenos getting a 20 from a small secret. That is the maximum that small secret can be.
That is very nice. There are quite a few of those, so to have a little bit of a money pool right there is definitely a nice feeling. We'll see what the large and medium come out to be, though. And we do have some hint shops. We need the book to get those. As of which, we haven't gone over the flags yet, OPT. You want to give us a quick rundown?
Yeah, so real quick, the major thing and the reason this is called the Pentaforce Tournament is because you only need 5 Triforces to get into level 9, because 8's just too many. We find the letter over on Captain Green's side. The other major difference here is that you'll notice all the NPCs are saying the exact same thing. The reason, yeah, that was a big secret too. The reason that is happening is because without the book, we can't understand them. Outside of that, it's first quest overworld and first quest dungeon shapes. So all the dungeons are going to be the vanilla first quest shape. It's not going to be the shapes that you've seen, in other randomizer tournaments.
So we have a heart container on the coast. So
yeah, we do.
With these guys' skills, I have a feeling we're not going to come back to pick that up.
Probably not. The only reason I would see them coming to pick that up is if we needed the white sword item, because it's a free heart container if they find the ladder. But yeah, outside of that, they're probably not going to come pick that up.
See how elusive our sword is going to be. With that red candle, though, we do have some offense, so that can damage pretty much everything except for Dark Knights and Wizrobes.
Yeah, that's a pretty decent price on the meat there. 61, it's not the cheapest it could be, but, it's not awful. Well, there's a casino that both our runners are just kind of high-fiving each other as they walk past. Captain Green's going to up an A and reset himself without, so he doesn't die to Tektites. So Ategenos, so Captain Green going over towards vanilla level 5. Ategenos going over to the, I think that's the vanilla casino. Not sure. Either way.
Yeah, that was a vanilla casino.
Yeah, either way, picking up a medium secret of 30. So we've got ourselves a lot of money in this seed.
I didn't catch what the large one was.
It was 139.
Oh yeah, so money is going to be plentiful for them.
No object in this seed. Like,
so far, any roads aren't the greatest. What up and down? That's nice.
Yeah, okay. At least we've got that. So we've got at least some access across it. Yeah, they get across the map, ish. So far, anyway.
One down the Deadwoods would be nice if that's where our 4th one is.
Let's see here, and it's the waterfall. Okay, that one's kind of terrible. But that's where we were before.
In a way, it's not that bad because that does take out these 3 checks that are kind of a pain to route in.
Yes,
so
true.
no, you don't have to use that to come back there to walk. And we get level 8, so that's actually a really nice find.
Yeah. Yeah, 8's great because it's got 2 items inside of it. It's not that long, especially with the 2 items. It's still long, but it's not too bad. Oh, we got dark nuts. They don't die to candles, unfortunately.
No, they do not. So we will come back there when we have something to stab them with. Captain Green is taking the up and A. Now, we do see the start screen is the Armos, so we'll see what our bump into the bottom of the Armos count is.
Yeah. Yeah, that does happen, doesn't it? Alright, so Ategenos, he's about to find level 7. So he's gonna jump into level 7 here and explore a little bit around. Now, nice thing to keep note of is if the room goes dark like that, it will not have a Triforce, or as far as I know, a heart container, or any kind of, like, key item drop. That doesn't count, like, your bomb and keys and, like, normal drops like that.
But we do have a staircase and the map. So, yeah. So I'm with Ategenos' knowledge, she doesn't really need the map, but to have it definitely at least kind of gives you a physical placement. It gets that candle clip, and it's a transport.
Yeah, with the, Oh, he takes a death to the keys, trying to not die. Unfortunate. He actually got the clipping against Manhandla is actually pretty difficult, so that he got that, was really nice.
Between the erratic movement of the Manhandla plus the spam of the fireballs, it's one of the more difficult bosses to clip around.
Yeah, it's one of the most difficult clips you can do. Outside of, like a bunch of Wizrobes in a room, I'm not sure I know a tougher one.
But we do have another staircase. This should be the item. It is, and it is the bow. That is huge for Ategenos.
That's very huge indeed.
And that's only 4 rooms in that level 7. If Captain Green avoids level 7, like a lot of runners do, this swings the pendulum big time in Ategenos' favor right off the bat.
Absolutely, yeah, no, level 7 is definitely one of those that isn't checked by runners all that often because it's 33 rooms, it's very large, and there's only 1 item in it, and it can be a slog. So yeah, Ategenos finding that so quickly in level 7 is massive.
We'll see Captain Green's strategy to see if he avoids 7 or not.
He is right now, but he's still just maybe on his sword hunt. Hey, I just got it. Black Knight from Monty Python, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Oh my gosh, that's a red ring is the white sword item. He can't pick it up at 4 hearts, though.
You're not going to pass that up, though, especially since it's so close to the start screen.
Oh,
even with Ategenos' play skills, he's probably going to come back and pick that up once he gets a couple more hearts under his belt.
Well, is that 49 for that was 49 for the red potion. I didn't see what the blue.
Now it's 55 for the blue, so the red is cheaper than the blue.
That is nuts. Okay, so we have yet another shopkeeper that doesn't know how to price things properly, but that's okay. Captain Green gonna go ahead and check where a vanilla level 8 is. And
so going off your story from when we began, you were talking about clients. I think that shopkeep needs to be taught how not to get robbed.
That or just straight up learn about economics, because oh my goodness. Hey, bomb pack for Ategenos. Okay, that coast looked like that was a one of the hints that we would normally have to tell us whereabouts the magical sword is, or where and what the white sword item would be. However, I believe we found both of those anyway, so we don't need it. Ategenos finding a casino in the original start cave. That's where we normally start the game, and where the normal sword the wooden sword would normally be. Not there. We find level 9! 1 screen above vanilla start.
Now, level 9 is interesting. As you were saying earlier, we are playing with the Pentaforce rules. So with the Pentaforce, we do need only 5 Triforces in there. But the key factor of this is we might need to go into level 9 to get a item like the rafter, the whistle,
Absolutely.
and then leave level 9 to go find, say, Dungeon 3 that has the silver arrows. So we could have to do a double dip possibility for 9 in this flag set.
Captain Green just made a very interesting play. He not only did he buy a key, but he bought a slab of meat as well. He had the money, so I don't blame him for that, honestly speaking. The key's an interesting purchase, but you always seem to run out of those when you don't want to.
Well, he has all that money. He saw the red ring is basically free, so you know he's not going to be worried about buying the blue. Bombs are a little expensive, but not too bad. A little bit above normal.
Yeah, it's a 20% markup. That's that's a smarter shopkeeper.
And the money in this seed is very high. He's only got one of the 2 large secrets. Captain Green fighting another one. So he doesn't. Oh, and there's our sword. Ategenos is now armed to the teeth.
Nice. That is a vanilla 1 potion shop. I remember that. Yeah, he's got a sword. He's got a candle that lights things on fire. And where's he gonna go? I mean, obviously he's gonna go up here, but I wonder what he's gonna find. Let's see. Finally clears off that area. Finds just another secret. 30. At this point, you may have to stop grabbing the secrets because you're just gonna blow like a lot of money.
Yeah. So you see, Captain Green following in Ategenos' footsteps also grabs the key. So I think it's kind of gonna be their strategy here is to grab as many keys as possible, so they don't have to worry about the resource grind as much. Right.
Yeah. As you said before, we don't have to worry about buying a blue ring. Not that I expect either of these runners to have done that, but now they really don't need it. So yeah, you might as well just buy. The keys can be, and we've seen many races like this, those keys can be the thing that, like, stops runners in their tracks. So buying a bunch of them makes a lot of sense.
Especially when you have the max low and almost max large, and a pretty solid medium. So they're not going to be hurting for money at all. They could buy arrows. That could be the other thing they spend money on. But if they're not going to buy arrows, buying keys is probably going to be the next best bet.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it looks like Ategenos is heading right down to pick up that red ring.
Well, he has a good chance at it because it's anywhere between 4 and 6 hearts, so he may be able to pick it up, but he may have to wait till 6 hearts! Oh no!
That is a pricey piece of jewelry in this seed. Gonna need the full amount of hearts to pick that one up. But I believe he does. This is a large secret, so he does not want to pick this one up.
No, but he's going to, and oh, that's gonna... Unfortunately, when you pick up a large, any secret and get over 255 rupees, the other rupees just fade into nothingness.
Which is kind of why he bought that key earlier. And that is a very pricey door repair. I believe that is close to the maximum.
The maximum's 25. What was it? 255 down to 236. Yeah, that's 24. That's a lot.
So it's a big money seed, but it's a big loss of money seed as well.
Yep. Right, but that just means the runners are going to just keep buying as much stuff as possible.
Yeah, absolutely. And Captain Green finding out that amazing potion price.
Yep. Good screen clip by Ategenos to get to this part of Death Mountain. Interesting he's made his way up here already, but it's just kind of one of those things. It's where the routing took him. Fortunately, having to use a second bomb because he got bopped out of the way of the first one.
I like this early Death Mountain play by Ategenos. You have the bombs. You have an any road that's pretty much already up here. Go ahead and get it done.
Absolutely. Trying to take out some of these blue Lionels to get over to this bomb spot. He's done an amazing job of not taking any damage. My goodness.
Yeah, those Lionels are still going to be a little on the brutal side. They're still going to do 2 hearts worth of damage if one of their swords hits you. So to get by that screen without taking a single piece of damage is very impressive by Ategenos. But
absolutely.
It is Ategenos, though, so you kind of have to...
Oh,
and we have level 6.
Yeah, finds level 6. And, meanwhile, Captain Green has found his second taken, I believe. So, Ategenos is going to go ahead and he's going to dig 6 here. Now, 6 is not one of the levels that you want to find, but sometimes it's one of the levels you need to find.
Like when your ladder is 2 rooms in.
Yeah, like when your ladder is 2 rooms in, and your Triforce for that matter. But
That's not this either.
no, Ategenos finding that compass and the map, he knows exactly where the Triforce is, and that's a little trick, not too bad.
Now, even though this is level 6 in vanilla was not meant to be a long dungeon as much as a combat-heavy dungeon, because in vanilla this was the first instance of Wizrobes, so
Yeah.
it's a relatively smaller dungeon room-wise. So it makes sense why Ategenos is going to dig this out, because as long as he doesn't get into like a key block situation. Oh, hello, Lanmola. TG's favorite enemy now.
Yeah, the squiggle of danger noodles.
But yeah, with its relatively smaller room count, makes sense to go here instead of level 7 per se.
Indeed. To be fair, Ategenos. Oh gosh, here's another one. Oh, nice block clip.
Just gonna be able to burn the squiggle down.
Indeed, yeah. That's the candle. The red candle is such an amazingly good item against these guys because of the constant damage it can do to them.
So the Black Knight has now become a Red Knight.
Yep.
Captain Green with all the hearts gets his 3rd.
Oh, money or life room. He's gonna drop money because he's like, you know what? I got money in spades. So here's a staircase. It might be an item. It's a transport staircase. He's gonna take it though.
I mean, it makes sense. It could bring him close to that Triforce, and it kind of does.
I agree.
See if you can get it around without picking up a, oh, hello, Wizzy.
Hello.
And that Triforce could be blocked from that direction. We might be able to go from the top, though. We'll see.
So Captain Green actually just bought arrows.
Now, this could be our item in level 6. Let's see. It is the Any key. That is huge.
That is very huge, especially with only 1 key in your pocket. That means he's not going to have to worry about any of those again. Meanwhile, Captain Green finding the compass in level 5. Triforce is not that far away from him.
But again, level 6, we'll see if Captain Green decides to dig this out. That could give Ategenos just another pendulum.
Absolutely. Oh, can't bomb downwards. I think that means you're going to have to find a way around. Like, through a staircase. Alright, let's see here. Can Ategenos go straight down towards the Triforce, or is that, Chevy room the only way there?
In 5, we find a transport staircase. Still looking for the item in 5.
Yep. It looks like, well, we might not be able to get down this way. Oh, master enemy. We can't bomb down. No, I think that Triforce is going to be, blocked by the,
So I believe the Chevy room is down from here.
I think it is.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. And he's stuck there. Yeah, so that Triforce is ladder blocked.
So at least he got the item, but we'll see if he chooses to come back now that he knows that's a relatively smaller dungeon.
If you find the ladder early enough, I mean, again, if you find the ladder and need the Triforce, absolutely. But if you don't, if the ladder's at 9, then we're never coming back there.
Yeah, for sure. And level 6 is up on Death Mountain, where there wasn't much around it. So
yeah,
that could just be a cut your losses and look elsewhere for a Triforce.
Ategenos is gonna buy his wooden arrows, so he can now actually shoot things with his bow. Captain Green has purchased arrows, but doesn't have the bow. So, meanwhile, Captain Green is still digging out level 5. Ategenos picks up his 6th heart. He can now 100% get that red ring, and I'm sure that's, again, as much as a player of his caliber probably doesn't need it, it still makes you way more just able to face tank damage, and just makes your combat so much faster.
Especially since you know where it is, it's not that far from start.
Right.
It's definitely going to be a time save compared to a time lost picking it up.
So we are still digging level 5 out Captain Green's side. The grave has a, interesting. Okay, so what Ategenos just did there, he was going to take a door penalty, but before the text finished, he up an aid, which basically prevented that from happening. He's going directly back to the red. Well, okay, he's going to stop here to try to farm some bombs, but once he's done with that, now he's going to go directly to the red ring and grab it, because he's 100% guaranteed this ring now.
And this should be our item level 5. We'll see what we get. And we have the book. That's going to be nice for Captain Green, because that's going to let us understand the old men now. And he does know where a couple hint shops are. And he didn't save right away, so he might go right to one of them.
In fact, he's probably going to, with the 55 that he's got right now, which, as much as we were talking about this being a massive money seed, he doesn't have a lot at the moment. But what he can do is, that he's saved, he can go buy some of the hints and then retry and then come back here. Or there. He's also going to go pick up his red ring, I'm sure.
He is heading that direction, so we'll see if he makes a little pit stop, but I'm pretty sure he will.
Yeah, the save could have also just been the quick way to get out of a dungeon. If you can up A and continue out of a dungeon, you'll just start over the dungeon again. Yeah, he grabbed that. Now he's saving again. Okay. Oh, we find level 3 on Ategenos' side.
So 3 is one of those ones that's nice to find. It's relatively on the smaller side. And combat's usually not that bad, depending on what enemy is in it. And you can bomb pretty much any room as long as there's an adjacent room to it. So to find it relatively early like this is definitely a nice find.
Indeed. Levels 1 through 3 allow you to basically bomb through any wall that's connected to a room, so long as you're not trying to bomb into an old man room from the top of it, or a right side staircase room from that side. I think there's one other exception I'm not remembering off the top of my head, but other than that...
Zelda's room.
Zelda's room, right. Because Zelda's room is completely cut off from all 3 sides. So, Captain Green just got the hint about stepping over the water to get the heart container.
And I think we just saw a hint that said the silver arrows are in 1.
I think we saw that too. I missed it. Gliak returns with the power bracelet.
But that would be a hint for Captain Green, because Agent does not have that book yet.
No, he doesn't. And no real indication that he's going to get it either. That's not one of the, like, level 5 is not really one of those you're looking for. Especially since he already has a decent amount of them. The only level I think we're missing is 2, is it? Let's see here. Or 1. We don't have 1 either.
Oh, we had just found 8.
I think Ategenos found this earlier, because he got to this room and just kind of left. Well, there's
we have our item in 3. And it is the white sword, so the rich gets richer.
That's going to make his combat just way better. That's doubling the damage of the wood sword. Oh, Captain Green running into... That is a very rude Chevy room game. Okay, those skeletons rolled high in the HP, because they're not dying to one white sword shot. Level 8 appears to be ladder blocked. I'm not entirely certain, but it didn't look like he could go anywhere else.
Avoids the rear end of the armhost.
So far, I haven't seen anybody just run into it yet. Alright, so... Let's see, level 3 was... Where was level 3? Oh, I see it there. Okay, so Candle Row. So, Captain Green should probably stumble across that sooner rather than later. Assuming it's
it does
routing.
look like Ategenos gonna get our first Triforce, since we have a room that we can actually kill and can actually get the Triforce in.
Here we
And
go.
that is our first Triforce at 23 minutes and a bit of change.
That is at least somewhat surprising, but as you said, we've just had problems getting 2 Triforces. All right, so Ategenos going through what we like to call Candle Road, because there's just all sorts of things you can burn a candle with. Captain Green, on the other end, going to go check Vanilla level 1, and hey, those blue Octorocks are squishy. And I think he's got a 10 count, he does. Hey, that's another hint shop.
And that's level 2, so
That is
very
level
nice
2.
dungeon that they're both about to find simultaneously.
Yep. So level 2, the interesting thing with level 2 is that there's no underground item. There's an item that can be on the floor someplace. Now, it can just be there, or it can be the... Well, there it is.
Kind of like that raft, you mean?
Yep. Well, I don't have to go on to say what I was going to say anymore. There we go. We're done. We found the raft. So, the raft has the great advantage of allowing you to check 2 spots on the map. Unfortunately, I don't think that's going to be useful. Let me see here. Oh, we are still missing 1, so you never know.
I mean, we've cleared out all of Death Mountain, we've cleared out all the Lost Hills. There could still be some stuff down in the Dead Woods, but I think that's my last spot.
Yeah, it's true. We are running out of real estate in the overall to check, so that raft may actually come in handy.
Especially considering it's level 1, it does have 2 items.
Absolutely. And one of them being the very important silver arrows. Of course,
I hope the flute is in 9 and the level 1 is underneath the lake.
Well, that would just be mean, sir. Oh, there's that Triforce. I didn't see, did we find the item in level 2? Oh, there's the other item in level 1.
Item in 2 was the raft we were just talking about.
Right, yeah, that's right. It happened so fast, I forgot.
Now, that could potentially be troublesome for Ategenos, getting that hint about the boomerang. Mainly because now Ategenos knows that one of the items in level 1 isn't that good, so that's going to make that a lower priority for him.
Yep, that's very true. Although, if he does stumble across level 1 here, I can't imagine that he wouldn't dig it anyway, because level 1 is not that long.
Oh, absolutely.
Captain Green gonna pick up his 5th key. He doesn't have the same any key that Ategenos has. That was in, where was that any key again?
That was in 6.
And we know the power bracelet's in 8.
Yeah, speaking of 1.
There it is.
Garen Oldwolf making a good point that if he finds a quick Triforce here in level 1, he might head out, but it is a quick dungeon as you said, so he could stick around, but we'll see what happens if he gets a quick Triforce also.
Yeah, it's possible. Captain Green grabbing his first Triforce out of level 2. I think it also depends, yeah, on just which item he finds first, and if he finds that Triforce. Yeah, I think you're not wrong.
It's a really squishy enemy set, too, so I don't think he's leaving here.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Now, there's a potential where one could be ladder blocked, as we kind of see here. So that could spell trouble.
Well, the ladder's in level 8. Good hint there by Captain Green. Oh, a bomb upgrade for 14 bombs. That's, hold on, let me do math real quick. That's 6 bombs. That's the maximum that can give you.
At a very low price, too.
At a very low price. That was really nice. 6 bombs at 75. I think anyone would pay that. Captain Green finding level 3. Meanwhile, Ategenos has found what is likely to be the item staircase. Yep. And this one is the silver arrows.
So he is in kind of pseudo-go mode. We still might need that ladder, and he doesn't know where that is quite yet. Captain Green does, Ategenos does not. So we'll see what happens in a little bit, but he's definitely probably going to 9.
Uh-oh. Well, speaking of that ladder, not necessarily required, but that door shut behind him, so... Unfortunately for Captain Green, he has to make his way to level 7 to find that bow.
Hopefully it's a case of, it's one of the last dungeons he could find. So instead of looking for another dungeon, he might head there to just pick that out.
It's possible. I actually don't know if he found 7 or not. I have to assume no, I know he did. I know he did, because it's open on his screen. He just, he hasn't gone back in there. he is about to find his white sword in level 3 here, whatever that's at. He does have the compass, so he knows he doesn't have to clear this room. He's going to because he wants to find more keys, I'm sure. Oh, well, there's that boomerang. Blocked by Goma. Lord Banana himself.
And Ategenos kind of just doing a fancy dance around it, so he doesn't pick that up.
Yeah.
Oh, just Triforce in one, so he now has his third of the day.
So I think he found level 8, so he will... I wonder if he's going to go up that way to find that ladder, because, as you said, ladder is one of those things that, while not necessarily required, just makes things easier, and 2, just really gives you that peace of mind of, okay, I really don't need anything else when I get into level 9.
I mean, then we have our situations of getting in a moat room, getting in a Chevy room, not Chevy room, but a NSU room.
Or, you know, the good old-fashioned kidnapped in the Chevy room.
That would be fun.
That you didn't know you needed the ladder until the very last screen.
My personal favorite is Zelda in a shoot room, and you have no idea which way to get to.
Yes.
With the any key, though, Ategenos has that freedom of just being able to say, "Oh, hello, door, don't stop me." These skeletons are a little bit on the beefier side.
Yeah, they were taking 2 shots with the white sword to die earlier. But, I think this is that white sword room, isn't it? No, it's not.
No, the white sword was in a open staircase.
Oh, right.
And now we are about 30 minutes in OPT. That's usually about our halfway point. You want to give us a quick rundown?
Well, I mean, not really, because the only things that really matter are the silver arrows were in 1, and the bow is in level 7. We know the ladder's in level 8, and the red ring... Oh, hey there, book. The red ring was the white sword item. Our runners were able to start with a red candle on their start screen, which was the Armos item. And then Ategenos has happened to find the Eddie key in level 6, which has been helping him out quite a ton. Captain Green found the book earlier in level 3, which has helped him get some hints and whatnot. Or, yeah, 5. Sorry, level 5. But other than that, like, you know, that's kind of been the story of this one so far. In case you're joining us late. But, Captain Green has got his Triforce out of here. I think, yeah, he grabbed it. Now he's just looking for the item in here, which I don't think he's too far away from. Meanwhile, Ategenos over at level 5. I didn't see. Oh, there. Okay, there's the.
And that is the white sword for Captain Green, so he is now armed as equally as Ategenos is. Ategenos is going to go into the staircase and try to work his way down to the Triforce.
Indeed. So, I wonder... Alright, so... Oh, that's right. I think Captain Green got this earlier. You can clip into this like a block clip, and you can grab this heart container. Oh, Captain Green's checking the breath spot. This is normally where level 4 is, I'm gonna say. Oh, well, that was not worth the ride over there. At all.
Nope, a little bit of a toll for the bridge, and yeah, that's a little painful. It looks like he's going to level 8, though, to pick up that ladder.
Yeah, I can't blame him for that. That's a very good, that, again, it's a great item to have. It makes, one, it just, again, removes any in-dungeon blocks outside of, like, needing the, recorder for a dig dogger, but it removes any blocks from level 9. Oh, and we got a compass pretty quickly. Plus, level 8 is not that big. I believe we talked about this earlier, but level 8 is not really that long of a dungeon. It just, it was built to be difficult because of its combat, but, when you put, like, dig doggers and, you know, whatever else inside here and not Wizrobes. Oh.
In Vanilla 8, it was Dark Nuts. It was that blue Dark Nut heaven.
Yes, that's right. The Blue Lagoon rooms for a reason. Meanwhile, we're just getting a whole bunch of Dodongos inside here. And random key, which is nice.
Yeah, he doesn't have the any key yet, so any key you're not going to pass up.
No, not at all. And I don't know if there's any reason he's actually going to find it, because that's... Like, unfortunately for him, we know he's got to go into level 7, and that's one of those levels that a runner doesn't want to go into, like, ever. Well, if Captain Green is going to be able to progress to level 8 any further, he's going to have to be able to bomb upwards here, or... Alright, so I'm not sure where he's got to go next.
There's a couple of rooms that you could explore.
Yeah, he's going to have to probably bomb upwards here. Yeah, okay, there we go. Well, he doesn't want to use that key, but I think he's got to if he wants to explore the rooms north of here, because I don't think there's any other way to go. I could be wrong, though. It's hard for me to tell exactly where his map is without actually having it.
Oh, hello, Wallmaster. Thank you for hiding.
Right. So Ategenos is also going into level 8 here. He wants that... No, he's close to it. He wants that ladder. At least I think he knows level 8's over here.
He knows 8's here, but he doesn't know the ladder is here, because he didn't have the book.
That's right, he doesn't know that, but he's going in here because it's 2 items and it's shorter than levels 5, 6, and 7, I guess. Actually, don't know why he's coming in here. But at 2 items, he's probably just looking for, you know, heck, he could just be looking for the ladder. It is still a very good item to have, so... And speaking of needing that ladder...
Now, when Ategenos gets deeper into level 8, he won't need to deal with these bunnies because he does have that bow. So one arrow is going to take these down, where Captain Green actually has to hit him with the white sword quite a few times.
Yep. I think that's about 5? Couldn't quite tell. Well, Captain Green is not having any luck. He's not found either item out of level 8 yet. We know that those items are the power bracelet and the ladder. I don't think the power bracelet's going to be useful, because I think we found all the dungeons, haven't we?
Yes, we have.
Yep, we have. Alright, so... Power bracelet, not really going to be all that useful. So we're really just looking for that ladder. I know Captain Green knows it's here, it's just a matter of finding it. Captain Green dancing all over the place to avoid getting shot by fireballs.
Getting all the bombs.
Indeed. All the bombs! Oh, Ategenos.
Gonna leave that pack on the ground for now.
Yeah. Yeah, Dodongo Mania, I like that. That's basically what this level 8 has been. Speaking of which... Runner's doing a very good job of keeping Dodongo stunned and smoked out. Ategenos takes the transport staircase and finds out that it's basically a one-room transport staircase. Oh my goodness. There's that Chevy room again.
Yeah, knowing the ladder is here, this level 8 is a little bit of a maze.
Hey, heart container! My goodness, like... Oh, that is a dig dogger, and that is going to be a no-go back up that direction. But there's a Triforce down here anyway, so he's just going to go check that out. Meanwhile... Wait. Dig dogger grazes on Death Mountain. Okay, for a second I thought he was going to say... Give him the item location of the... What was level 5 again? Oh, the book wouldn't have mattered.
Wow, where is this item in this level 8?
I don't know! Like, where are either of these items? I feel like we've explored most of this dungeon.
One of them could be in the Triforce room coming up here.
Very true. Okay, those red dark notes have over 4 hit points.
Yeah, they raised to the 6, it looks like, and we do have our Triforce room, but no item.
Goodness. Well, Captain Green's got to go ahead and hack at these pole voices with his sword, as you mentioned earlier. He has arrows, but sadly no bow to shoot them with. I still say you should be able to throw them.
Half-life the bunny with each bow.
Yes. So Captain Green grabs his Triforce out of 8. He now has 3 Triforce shards, and he's gonna come back in here because we haven't found any of the 2 items yet.
You gotta think one of them was gonna be in that key door to the left that Ategenos just saw. One
Gotta
was
be.
probably gonna be right here.
Here we go. Here's one of them. Which one is this? It is the price courses.
And Ategenos says no, knowing that he has what he needs without using that. Saves that trip down the staircase.
Hey,
and Ategenos got blocked from going back that way, so he's also going to leave and come back in.
Yep. Eat my steel 1. No, the ladder cannot be ladder blocked even if it is required to win. Not required to win. Unless the randomizer is broken, right? But Fred has done a very good job to make sure that doesn't happen.
No, we do have one more room that we can get into through that key block.
My goodness, yeah, there's one room left. There is one room left that Captain Green has not explored yet, as far as I can tell on his map. Meanwhile, Ategenos grabbing his Triforce, as you said earlier, making very short of those pole voices.
So he's going to get the power bracelet here. We'll see if he says nope, and he's going to go pick it up. And now we know the arrow is most likely to the left of when he comes out of here. The ladder, I should say.
And Ategenos leaves. He did not pick up the ladder, and he's gone. Captain Green did, in fact, find level 7. He's just been avoiding it. Yeah, there it is. Spiral staircase. And Aquamentus! Oh, man, I love Aquamentus. He's such a bro. Look at him safeguarding the ladder for us.
You know, just protecting it. Doesn't want anyone touching it.
Yeah! You know? Just being a pal. Ategenos found himself earlier a money or life room and actually decided to donate 1 heart container to the old man. Oh, that is a beefy manhandler.
Well, he does have the red ring and he has a ton of hearts. He has more than Ategenos needs. So it's not a shock to see him give up a heart container.
Yep. Alright, Captain Green has gone back to his start screen. Is he gonna go? No, he's not going into level 7.
Now, Ategenos has his 5th Triforce. He can go into level 9, and he has everything but the ladder.
Yeah, he did not pick up that ladder out of 8. We're gonna find out if that comes back to haunt him or not. I don't know. Did he get the hint about it being an 8?
No, he did not get that hint. He did not have the book.
Right, so... No, he's picked up the book since, I think.
He did, but you had to buy the hint for the,
Right. Yeah, and he doesn't have that kind of money anymore. So it's funny, we were talking earlier about how money wasn't going to be an object in this scene. Now suddenly, when you might want to get something, he can't. Alright, so where is level 9? Right, next to start. And that's exactly where Ategenos looks like he's going.
Hopefully, for him, this level 9 doesn't have too many ladder blocks. This could be a little bit of a benefit to Captain Green if he does. We'll see how long it takes Captain Green to get back to 7 and get that bow, though.
I don't think Captain Green's going to go into 7, honestly speaking. Well, he still has 2 Triforces left. Ategenos going into level 9. Gonna use a bomb. Not going to spend time pirouetting. He's got only one direction to go, upwards. So, Dark, what are we looking for in level 9?
Well, first of all, we're going to be listening. We're going to be listening for the sound of Ganon. You'll be able to hear Ganon, one room adjacent to where you are. So once you hear his roar, he'll be one room in either direction to you. That doesn't necessarily mean you can get to him, but you'll be able to know kind of where he is. Secondly, we'll be looking for the old... we do have the book, so we'll be looking for the old men. They'll tell us which quadrant one of the 4 key items are in. That being the compass, Ganon, and Zelda. Or they'll tell us where the silvers are, which we know aren't going to be here, so that hunt's not going to do much for us. And then, of course, we'll be looking for a single shutter room that does not open once we've killed all the enemies. Kind of like that one. We gotta push block though. Fun, but we will also be looking for one that opens automatically once we kill Ganon.
Absolutely. Well, Ategenos is still going through, Oh, he found Ganon already! That's why he was over there. Very nice. Well, it's going to be 7 or 8 hits with this white sword for Ganon. That is, I think, 3. 4 hits. 5, trying to get the stun lock. 6. Not getting the stun lock. 7, and last hit incoming. There it is.
No, we just... Ategenos has to hope that he doesn't need that ladder to get to Zelda. We'll see what happens.
Captain Green is in level 1. He's gonna grab his silver arrows in here at some point, but... Yeah, as you said, this... Oh my gosh, blue Wizrobes. I don't care if you have red ring or not. I hate seeing a room of that many blue Wizrobes.
Yeah, you're gonna take quite a bit of damage, regardless of what you're wearing when you see that many blue Wizrobes in a relatively small room like that. Captain Green is 4th Triforce.
Yeah, his 4th Triforce, he is going to go back in there because I know he knows the silver arrows are in there. Alright, so Ategenos is going to go ahead and, well, not take this staircase because that leads to the magical boomerang, scrap metal, whatever you want to call it. It's not really useful at this point. Some would say it's not useful at all.
That could be a offhand benefit, though, because now if he does need that ladder for Zelda, he knows that one of the 2 items in level 9 isn't what he wants.
It's true. That is very true indeed. Captain Green's still going through level 1 looking for those silver arrows. I believe that was the underground item in here, right?
Yes, it was.
Yes, it was. So he's going to be looking for that. Right, because the boomerang was blocked by Goma, if I remember correctly.
And Ategenos did the fancy dance around it.
Yep. The fancy dances around things. Ategenos is just plowing through all of these rooms as fast as he can go through them. I think he's taking these staircases, looking for that ladder in case he needs it, but also clearly just looking for his Zelda room, although he just keeps finding key lock doors. Yeah,
he's going to go and avoid as many staircases as possible until he absolutely has to take one. And right. Captain Green has grabbed his silver arrows. So now we know he just needs to get back to 7 to get that bow.
We know that, but unfortunately, I don't think he does. Well, that is a very rude room, game. No, well, thanks, old man. Appreciate it. Uh-oh! Okay, so Zelda's not below there because that was not a shutter door, so... Still, that would have been something. And Captain Green has found his way into level 4. Which we don't know what level 4 had, to be fair.
No, we don't. That's one of the outliers.
Nice block clip. Gotta open the Triforce isn't there. There's a heart container. And a tea room with Wizrobes in it. That's not what you want to see.
I believe what we have at large are the heart container and the wand.
Heart container was on the coast.
a wand and...
What was the first item in level 9 we just saw? Blue boomerang, right, so... We got the wand, and we got the recorder. Alright, so Ategenos says nope to that.
Well, I was right about the recorder being in level 9.
You were right about the recorder being in level 9. Yeah, that was a very impressive ladder clip Captain Green did with all those blue wisdoms, because holy crap. Just gotta say.
Oh, that door kind of weirded me out. False door.
Yep. Goodness, Ategenos has explored a whole lot of this level 9, and doesn't really have much to show for it outside of killing Ganon.
Very quick Ganon kill. But after that, it's kind of giving him a little bit of a runaround. He might need to start taking some staircases, which is kind of loath to do if I know his playstyle.
Right. Explore as much as you can on foot, because once you start taking staircases, it starts confusing you. Captain Green is down to 1 heart container, but he is almost at the Triforce. Let's go in here and let's see if it's just there. There it is. He's got his 5th Triforce.
Chat bring up a good point. He will probably go into level 9 at this point.
I'm not even going to say probably. I'm going to say it's going to happen. He's going to go into level 9. It's not even a thing. He will go into level 9. And there it is. The shutter door that opens without all the enemies gone. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner of this race with an official SRL time of 51 minutes and 2 seconds, Ategenos. Put your GGs.
Going to 4-0.
Well done indeed.
Not a bad seed, but a lot of blocks.
Very much so.
And ladder not needed, even though it's kind of a pain to get in level 8.
Yes, you're right. The ladder was not required, but, I mean, this race is... We kind of knew it when it happened. This race came down to, one runner going into level 7, and the other one not. Because level 7 is just not something anybody ever wants to dig.
Captain about to get his wand, and probably not happy to see it at this point.
No. I mean, you always like the wand because it's an offensive upgrade, but you didn't need it.
And with that, I believe we do have Ategenos in chat with us. GG, my friend. Well played.
Congratulations.
So the ladder was an 8, huh?
Yes, it was. Yeah, it was like every room you didn't check, and like the one you didn't check was the one it was in. Like,
all I have to say is, I would have beat Redbird Grat, so that's all that matters.
So, you know the room that you got the power bracelet in?
Yeah, that they skipped, yes.
So, 2 rooms to the left, there was a key lock, and the ladder's on the other side of that key door.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, it's terrible. I figured 4 was ladder blocked anyways, so I wasn't gonna be able to go there, or 6, so 8 would have been the play had I needed the ladder anyway. But
yep.
Man, 7. How easy was that 7?
Yeah.
That's actually what's holding Captain Green up. He never went into 7 to get the bow.
Yep. He doesn't know it's there.
Always got to check a few rooms.
Yeah, really, right? You know, he's did not find level 7. Found the hint. There was a Silver Arrows hint for level 1, which he did find because he found the book. So, unfortunately, that led him to only seek out level 1 and finish up level 4 after he found the ladder. Because he's already found Ganon, and unfortunately, we know that he just got into level 9.
Yeah, this 9 is stupidly short, too. I just didn't happen to go the right direction.
Right?
I mean, and that happens. 9s tend to bite me in the butt. Ategenos.
So, oh gosh. So, gosh, as you said this before, this seed didn't really seem like it was all that rough on you guys. What's your thought? I mean, Red Ring, you know, like, yeah, it took 6 hearts, but to have Red Ring basically free like that, that's got to feel at least nice, right?
Yeah, and I mean, it's a matter of perspective, right? I found the bow within the first, whatever, with a candle. So obviously I was feeling good. Ladder is a fantastic item to have, but it's not, as we see here, it's not required. And then I found the silvers, and I had silvers, red ring, and found white sword. I mean, it really wasn't a hard seed. So I spent a lot of time in dungeons that were blocked, and obviously didn't go the right way in 8. And had I, who knows what would happen? So.
So, Ategenos, I have a question in chat for you by one Redbird grad. He says, why couldn't you sub at 50 this free seed?
Because I wasn't playing you.
And then to follow up on that, he said, let's race head-to-head right now.
I mean, I would have beat you, so you wouldn't have been sub 50 anyway, either.
So that, ladies and gentlemen, could be a precursor to next week, depending on what happens with Redbird's race. Because I believe you are now 4-0, HN.
That is correct, yes.
God, I love this community.
What I really want to do is, as silly as it is, and Redbird agrees with me, I want to forego a restream if we end up together, and then vodcast our race later together. Because that would just be hilarious.
I can just imagine the smack talk now, and that's something I need to see.
What is this idiot HN doing? Why didn't he go right?
On that note, looking back for a serious second, Captain Green has gone into 7.
Very nice.
But he took a left instead of a right.
Yeah. Man, that compass, that was pro. Otherwise, I would have spent forever in this dungeon.
Very much so.
One thing that's interesting for my play, sorry to interrupt, is like, life for money rooms, don't think about them, just do it.
Right. So money wasn't much of an issue in this seed, it seemed like. You guys were flowing with it like crazy until, like, after you got the book, and then we're like, I don't think he has any money to buy any actual hints.
Yeah, and I mean, the only thing I could have used it for was the ladder. So, it was one of those things that, yeah, I didn't have money, but, I mean, how about that minimum price for a maximum bomb upgrade? That was pretty nifty.
Right?
Can we discuss also how the red potion was cheaper than the blue potion?
Yeah, it was fantastic. Bought a potion, never had to use... Again, wasted time checking the red ring, but it's always worth doing. Why waste time in dungeons when you could have a red ring? And really, that's what escalated this seed. There were some pretty nasty rooms, and the fact that I had the bow really made a difference going through those other dungeons because of all the Pulse Voice rooms that I was able to just blast.
Absolutely.
So that saved a lot of time.
Right, and I don't think really checking the red ring was that bad of a thing since, it was really close to the start.
Yeah, and I mean, if it was really far out of the way, I probably wouldn't have gone back until 6. But it's such, and I say it all the time, Red Ring is OP and broken, because as you saw, I literally didn't have to care. Yeah. I could just walk through everything, and it doesn't matter.
Right. Absolutely. No, that's what I was telling. That's what I was saying to Dark when we found it so quickly. It's like, I don't think these runners need it, but of course they're gonna pick it up because it just lets you face check every enemy.
Yeah, I mean, some of these rooms with the dark nuts would have been really rough for me because I didn't have the ladder.
Right.
But again, with the red ring, who cares? Just face tank.
Just face tank and just swing sword wildly and things die.
Speed running tech at its best.
Exactly right. Fortunately for Captain Green here, he's still not in the right area of level 7, but I don't think he can get up there from there.
All within like 5 rooms of each other. Level 7's not usually so kind. But no. I'm glad that you're doing commentary. I was a little bit sad that RBG didn't, and the only reason why is because I wanted him to be on comms when the bow was in level 7.
Right?
Just because I had it, and I know it's like it's confirmation bias, but it seems like level 7 has something every single time I watch. It's the bow, it's the silver, it's the ladders, and it's usually the bow, like, all the time, and it's just crazy.
Right. It's like that one place that everyone says, oh, don't check because it's too many rooms, and yet I've seen it a lot too. Like, hey, level 7 actually has a thing you needed, by the way. Hey, there's a Gleeok.
A nice triple-headed Gleeok of that.
Indeed.
So, other than RBG 8 Gen, anyone you want to see next week?
I think there's still the possibility of a pair up, pair down, and if Saber wins, I wouldn't mind playing him.
That would be fantastic.
I need a rematch from the very first randomizer tournament.
Oh my goodness.
So, RBG says he's setting you up for the old bait and switch when you guys race.
It's alright. I'll go dig 9 and you'll dig 7 and the bow will be in 9. Reverse meta psychology.
Right,
It works every time.
Oh,
yeah,
I think Captain Green is actually forcing a bomb drop off of a case.
Yep. Now, if you just go kill an enemy that drops something, it will drop a bomb.
Very nicely done.
Gets off a wall master of all things.
He's still going the wrong way, unfortunately. Not that he knows that, just, you know. We know that. 'Cause we
I mean,
watch
all smack talk aside, no disrespect to anybody. I just like giving RBG crap about that because it really is like, and everybody plays this different, and that's what's so fun about these flags. There's so many different things that you can choose to do, even without specific information. Everybody has their own way of navigating these. I like to check 6 and 7. A lot of people don't, but it's again a gamble that goes against the majority of the meta, right? So if something's there like the bow, you get a massive advantage. If there's not, you're probably screwed. But either way, it's kind of a gamble.
Right. I think Captain Green's about to find his item here, because I think this was it. No, that was the transport.
It's the next one, yeah.
Oh, he's taking the transport!
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah. Oh, there's a go, because it's Goma blocked.
All right.
The other side of it's Goma blocked.
I didn't take that. That's
No,
awesome.
you didn't. So he can't go back that way. I mean, he just got up an A, whatever, but... Man, it's like he's checking every direction except the one he needs to go. It's just one of those things. When you're checking a dungeon this large, like this or 9, it's so easy to just go a different direction because you have so many of them and no indication as to where to go.
Was 4 ladder blocked from the Triforce?
Yes.
Or did I? Okay, so I got the only 5 Triforces that were available to me then.
I believe that is correct.
It's very interesting.
Captain Green about to find out the bad news that the bow was so close.
Yeah, here we go. There's that heart container. Hey, you can make a play for Max now.
Yeah.
So,
Haven't seen really many of those.
Yeah. So something you said earlier I wanted to touch on real quick. Oh, there it is. Yep. He found the bow. He's just gonna grab it. There we go. So, what do you think about these flag sets in general? I honestly, when they announced them at first, I'm like, man, that doesn't seem all that cool. And then I started playing them, and now I'm like, wow, these are actually really fun. Like, what's your take?
I mean, they're a little bit more fun than I thought they would be. I literally played 1 seed, and then these 4 that I played in the tournament. I played 0 practice seeds, just because I don't like the flags a whole bunch. And the only reason why is because the way that I race, I like to be able to deduce information. And with the combination of important items in 9, and then the book being required for hints, there's no real way to do that. And so you're kind of like just shooting in the dark. Which really kind of brings out, it's a lot more of a luck factor on, again, I dug 7 and Captain Green didn't. He didn't play wrong by any means, it's just I chose the right path. And I mean, you could say that too for any version of the randomizer, but the major difference here is that normally you could say, specifically for the silver arrows or the bow, well, it can't be in 9, or I've checked all these and I have recorder and power bracelet left outside of 9. Those are the only 2 dungeons I have left, therefore silvers must be in 9. All those decision trees go out the window without the book, which you don't always get. And even if you do, you're not necessarily going to get all the hints that you would get when you walk through the dungeon. So outside of that, I actually enjoy it. The reason for 5 Triforces is specifically so we can get important items in 9.
Right. Yeah, I completely understand where you're coming from with that. Instead, I find them fun personally because I kind of like that whole almost guessing game thing, if you will. But no, I completely understand that.
I mean, I've gotten lucky so far, clearly. I've had Captain Green and Chester, and my first 2 rounds were still tough too. Buzz Thunder was no slouch. I honestly, I apologize. I forget how I played in round 2. It's been 3 weeks, but everybody has a chance to win in these. And Captain Green was the guy that I raced in the Swordless OKO, and he was 2 minutes behind me. Chester was 2 minutes behind me. These anything can happen in these, and so I've gotten real lucky with the things that I picked up and the way that I picked them up.
Nice. Well, Captain Green just had an amazing fight there with Ganon, and now is just on the hunt for Zelda. Zelda seemed to be quite far away from where you fought Ganon.
I think it's 3 rooms up from start and left, and then up 1 more.
Okay, so maybe not really that far away, just matter of finding her. Oh, there we go. Okay, never mind. Really close.
And there she is, and Captain Green is going to finish the seed.
Captain Green does finish the seed with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 5 minutes, and 31 seconds. Well done, well done. Captain Green is going to come in and join us here in just a moment.
So, HN, while we have Captain Green coming on in, congratulations one more time. Well played. Good luck next week, my friend.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. There's going to be 2 or 3 options for the 5-0, so it'll be interesting. They're all going to be tough. Everybody that's 4-0 will be incredibly difficult, so it'll be fun.
And that does bring us CaptainGreen7. GG, man. Well played.
Thank you. And GG, HN.
Yeah, GG, man.
GG indeed.
So the big difference of this seed was that Bowen 7. HN actually got it really early, and that's what led him into 9 quite a bit ago. So talk us through your thought process when you had gone into 7 the first time.
I will just never dig 7 first, no matter what. Which seems to be the wrong call in this tournament. I've seen a lot, but it just seems like a pretty low. Like before, I've at least found 9 or 1 or 8 or any of the other dungeons. Like I'm just not a big fan of 7, honestly.
Not many people are. It's but yeah, no, it does for some silly reason seem like 7 seems to have something important in it, despite the fact that it's like the lowest percentage chance you have.
Yeah, I mean, when it's the first dungeon I find, I'm going to find as much other stuff as I can first.
Right. So, talk about starting with the red candle. I mean, that's got to feel nice when you're like, on your start screen, you get an item you can actually kill things with.
Yeah, it's really useful. I mean, it led to early bomb drops. Allowed me to move around the overworld a lot better than usual. The first couple of dungeons I found, though, like 4, I think I thought it was ladder block out of, and 8 had the darkness set, and I didn't want to go in there with just a candle, but it's definitely a nice item to start with.
Indeed.
Yeah, red candle is one of my favorite starts just because it allows you to, one, you can still get bombs, you can kill most things, and it lets you explore the overworld faster, so I'm never going to complain about a red candle.
All right, so Captain Green, that does put you down to 3-1, but you're still in the brackets, and I believe next week is still just for seeding, so still have a chance to get a very high seed. Played very well. Just again, this one of these seeds that just came down to a decision as to where to go, and as you said, this was a level 7 thing.
Yeah, I mean, there are definitely some rallying decisions I could have made better. I'll watch it back as well. But yeah, having an important item 7 is going to hurt me a lot. Same as my last race, but I got lucky on that one.
Absolutely. All right. Well, Captain Green, I'll start with you. Any final words about either this seed or the tournament in general so far?
I mean, of course, I'm happy to be in the brackets already. That's huge. I'll definitely try and win the next one for a better seed. But even seeding, I'm not even sure is going to make that big of a difference when you look at how many good players are at all the different records right now. So, but yeah, I mean, I'll do my best next week, and just want to give a quick shout out and thank you to Garian for the restream, and Dark and OPT for the commentary, and thanks everyone for watching.
Thank
Indeed.
you very much. All right. Ategenos, any last words from you before we start signing off here?
Nope, not really. Just fun racing you again, Captain Green. You are a very, very tough opponent, and it's always a pleasure. So, and again, thanks to all the restreamers, the commentators, the trackers. Thanks again. A big shout out to everyone in the community for getting all the races covered today. There was a lot going on, so thank you very much for that. And hope you all have a good night.
Thank you very much. Do want to give a very, very awesome shout out to our tracker today, J Dirk. Thank you so much for tracking for us and keeping everything nice and clean on our maps. Guys, give these runners a follow. Seriously, they're nothing. They completely deserve everything. They were kind enough to let us restream them, so it's only fair that we give them all a follow. Real quick, tomorrow is just chock full of Zelda 1 randomizer races starting around 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. We've got like what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 races tomorrow at around 10 p.m. to 11 p.m.
One thing though, OPT, don't forget we do have one at 1 o'clock, so we have one in just a couple hours. Now over on Speed Gaming, we have Panolf for Sis Crusher coming up at 1 o'clock on Speed Gaming. Then we do have one at 6 o'clock tomorrow, Paratrooper 1 versus AMO 22. Then we go into the 10 o'clock bracket.
Right, yes, there is a lot of things going on. Keep an eye out on the schedule because they're going to be all over the place, either Speed Gaming or Randomania or other places as well. Dark?
About that real quick, Speed Gaming's pretty loaded tomorrow night, and Randomania is as well. So you'll have to pay attention. Some of those might be on personal streams, but we do need a lot of restreamers for tomorrow night to cover all those matches. They are stacked all within about an hour of each other. So if you're available,
yes, they are. Please
jump onto our Discord. Let us know if you don't have the role or if you need help getting set up. We have lots of fantastic people that are willing to help you out. So just let us know.
Indeed. I am, in fact, one of those. All right, before we head off, Dark, any final words, thoughts, complaints,
I think
whatever?
you pretty much covered it. Give Ategenos and CaptainGreen7 a follow, please. Our tracker behind the scenes, J Dirk, our restreamer today, Garrett Oldwolf, and of course, please follow my co-commentator partner for doing a fantastic job as always, OPTlawyer.
Thank you very much, Dark, and everybody give Dark Falls a follow as well. But for everybody here on the Randomania Networks, thank you all for watching, because we wouldn't be here without you. Have a good night, everybody.